What's going on YouTube? I am Highway to Hill and this is my bike Yamaha Visor F R3. So today we'll talk about luggages um, and what could be the best luggage setup for a bike like this if you have a fully fed sports bike like a R3 or a Ninja 300 or a Apache. So I've been touring a lot over the past few years, and my current luggage setup is just these shoulder bags. I have one couple of bags like these. These are not motorcycle luggage specifically. These are just your usual travel bag, shoulder bags. So when I travel, what I do is I just keep these bags on the tail and just strap and bungee strap the heck out of these bags. So I use at least 3-4 bungee cords and some luggage, a couple of luggage straps to really strap it down to the tail. If I'm traveling for the weekend, if just a couple of days, I think this one bag is enough. This is around like 25 liters. But if it's like 3 days or 4 days, then I just carry another bag and put this on top of the other, and again just strap the heck out of these bags. So that's how I've been traveling and using luggage on my bike for the past few years. And so my trips are getting longer and longer now. The distances are increasing, and I realize that I have to invest in a specific motorcycle luggage, because most of my trips now are 4-5 days, sometimes even a week, and I don't think these two shoulder bags are enough to carry luggage for a week. So I invested in saddlebags. These are your Rhinox Nomad saddlebags. So I got these saddlebags some time back. I used them for a couple of long trips, and there are 3 issues right now with this setup. So the number one issue is there is no saddle stay readily available for a R3. And if you have a sports bike like this, saddle stay is a must. If you are using saddlebags, saddle stay is must. And I speak this from experience, because which brings to my point number 2, which is safety. Now on one of the trips, one of these bags touched the tire, and I was lucky enough to notice it and immediately use some more bungee cords and rectify this. But this is what happened, and this is pretty dangerous. You are cruising on the highway at speeds 90, 100 and above, and it's a question of safety. If your bags, which are loaded, now these bags can carry 7-8 kilos easily. So with these heavy bags loaded and you're cruising on the highway and something touches your tire, you may get off balance, you may be thrown off your bike, and it almost made a hole over here. I have seen stories where there's a big hole in some saddlebags, and the luggage has popped out and it can fall on the road, and it's a question of your safety and other people's safety. So if you don't have a saddle stay setup on your sports bike, I would strongly suggest don't use saddlebags. So these are 2 issues. The number 3 is the handling. Now with these bags dangling off your tail, the handling, it became really uncomfortable for me. As long as you're going straight, it was fine, and I love traveling to the hills. I love twisty roads. The moment you start leaning, these bags are dangling like pendulums. Even though there are straps here, you can tie down the bags to the straps. I use a lot of bungee cords to tie everything down, but still, see, these bags will be heavy. It'll be 7-8 kgs, and the moment you start leaning, these will start dangling, and then trust me, it's really not a good feeling. So 3 issues, right? Safety, and obviously it's related to the whole saddle stay situation, and then the handling. But otherwise, I think these bags are good. I have nothing against these bags. The quality of these bags by Rhinox, it's pretty good bag. Now, first of all, I don't want a saddle stay setup on my bike. I thought about it quite a lot. Number one, it is going to increase the weight on my bike. I want to keep my bike as light as possible, and if I have to get a saddle stay setup, it will add at least another 3-4 kilos on the bike, and I don't want that. And the second thing is, yeah, I mean, there's a hassle. There's no ready-made saddle stay available for the R3, so you have to get it made through a welder or some metal fabricator. So these are the two challenges for me. So I decided, and I went ahead and got this tail bag. So this is a claw tail bag from Viaterra, and I think this addresses all the three issues that I mentioned earlier. So number one, I don't need a saddle stay, right? And that extra weight that I have to carry on my bike of that saddle stay setup, so that is eliminated. Number two, safety. Now these bags, they're not going to touch the tires at all, so that safety problem is also solved. And the third thing is handling. Now this is just a tail bag, and it's just some weight on your tail, and I have already been using this setup with these two bags. I've done thousands of kilometers with these two bags, which are just strapped on my tail, right? And I think that mimics pretty much what this claw tail bag is. Now I have done a short test ride around 100 kilometers with these bags, and I think it performed flawlessly. It performed really well, had no issues with the handling. I have to see how this will do on a really long trip, and I think that will be the true test of this bag. And if there are any shortcomings, any issues, I think it'll get highlighted. So I have a pretty long trip coming up soon, around 2,500 kilometers, and this is what I'm going to carry. It's a 1 week trip for me, and I think I'm going to carry this and probably just one of these shoulder bags just to carry some other stuff. So I think from my experience and my suggestion, my recommendation is that if you have a sports bike, something like a R3 or a Ninja or Apache or RC, if there is a saddle stay setup available, and if you are okay with it, you can go ahead and get maybe the saddle style motorcycle luggage bags, like the one I have, the Rhinox bags. But then handling, I'm still not convinced about the handling. But yeah, if you don't want a saddle stay setup, then I think the only other option you have is to carry luggage on your tail. You can still manage with these kind of bags, shoulder bags, just strap it around. You can still do trips with this setup. But yeah, I really wanted to invest and get specialized motorcycle luggage, so I got these bags. So I hope guys, this video was useful to you, helpful to you in any way, based on what I have experienced. A lot of trial and error, a lot of experiments. See, I'm not I never claim myself to be an expert. All I'm doing is I'm sharing documenting my trial and error and my experiments, and I'm sharing this with you. Do let me know what kind of setup do you use, what works best for you. You have a naked bike, a sports bike, which is the best bag for those different types of bikes. Do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you soon in the next video. Until then, I am Highway to Hill, and you ride safe. Ciao.